top of the bill on Saturday and a great one for the fans to look forward to.
I'm looking forward to it. You know, as I say, Joe's been out for a long time. We've seen Michael's got a really good record. He's very well respected in the trade. This is a tough fight for Joe. Joe's had 10 pro fights. He's had 23 pro fights. So it's not like we brought over, you know, somebody's coming over and just make up the numbers. This is a tough fight for Joe, but we believe in Joe. We believe that Joe's going to hopefully come through this. So we're looking for us to beat our guys, to beat the two German guys, so that we can move on and make the big fight. But as I said earlier on, anything can happen. But Joe's, you know, he's a thorough professional. Been out of the ring for a long time now, and he needed this fight. He needs a fight, so that's why we got it on.
Joe's advisor, manager Sam up here as well. I didn't introduce him. Apologies, Sam.
No worries, Jim.
He'll introduce himself. Don't worry.
Tell us about Joe's mindset as he comes towards this.
Just making sure Joe's been out a long time. It's been a frustrating time for him, to be honest. He was meant to fight Marco Huck in January, and through no fault of Frank's, ours, Marco Huck pulled out a week before that fight. So then Joe went on holiday, had a bit of time out, came back. We made the fight with Daniel, and that fell through. Again, no fault of ours, of anyone's. The pandemic came in. He's not getting the best of luck at the moment, but on Saturday that's going to change.
And 35th birthday coming up fairly soon, I think, isn't it, Joe?
Yeah, so in September I'm going to be 35. Wow, imagine that. I still feel young and youthful, so I still got plenty of time to go.
We're not going to give him the bumps.
Good luck.
Michael, tell us about your thoughts about Joe as a boxer. You've obviously seen him fighting at the Olympics. You've seen him as an amateur as well as a pro. What are your thoughts on him as a fighter?
Joe as a fighter is a good, tough opponent. He has a good amateur career. He did some good fights as an amateur. He has already some good names in his record as a pro. That's the reason, because he's under the top 15 in the world. So I respect him as a fighter,
but yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic opportunity for you.
Yeah, I got the call 3 weeks before, yes. And everyone was asking me if I want to fight him, and I said yes, because I want to fight the best of the world, and he's one of them, and I said yes, immediately.
Do you think they're underestimating you?
Yes, I think so.
Let's hear from Joe then. Underestimating him. Have you been able to study him? Do you know anything about him?
Yeah, I mean, I've looked at his performances against like F.A. Jagba and Tony Yoka. So he's a very skillful European style boxer, and be coming to win and take my scalp. So I'm not going to take him lightly. I've been doing my training, and the training camp's gone well, and so you're going to see a really good performance from my side, and I think he's going to bring it as well.
How frustrating has it been being out of action for so long? Sam talks about the 10 months now out of the ring. How much has that hurt you?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like it was, I was waiting around for the European title with Marco Huck, and then that didn't end up happening, and then getting ready diligently for Dubois, and then the virus kicks off. So then it's been a bit of a dodgy year. But I'm very happy to get back in the ring, dust off the cobwebs, and just get under the lights again. And it might be a bit weird with no crowd, but it's we're going to get in the four corners of the ring and get back into the sport that I love. So
what will you be looking to produce? Is it about sending a message to Daniel?
I don't really. I mean, it's just about myself, and getting myself into the best possible space, and getting back in the ring, being under fire again, and getting a win under my belt again, and then keep going with that momentum, and then take down Triple D over there.
I know a lot of people will follow their boxing on social media, those watching in with BT now, and also those watching on other platforms, and they'll be well aware of your sparring session with Martin Bacoli. Tell us about how that went.
Yeah, he's a good fighter, man. He's very skillful. He's like a big tank coming forward at me, throwing lots of shots from different angles. I rate him. I thought he was good, and we had a really great spar. We did around 8 rounds, and you know, it's the best preparation for my fight Saturday.
When you look at your career so far, Joe, how much more have you got to give? How to what extent have we not seen the full Joe Joyce yet?
Well, I have, you know, I've still got, you know, quite a few years to go, and you know, it took a while for me to learn, and you know, I'm still improving. I continue to improve, and you know, I'm quite the perfectionist, so I you know, I make mistakes, but like it's about like keep on building and learning and getting better and better. And I want to be number 1 in the world in the heavyweight division and get some of them lovely shiny belts.
And you've had to go back, or you decided to go back to Steve Broughton training for this one. What sort of a difference has that been?
Well, I had to, obviously, because I had to exit Vegas really quickly and get on a flight back. So Steve Broughton, he's trained both me and David alongside Salas.
David Hay.
David Hay, yeah, in the Haymaker gym. So you know, he knows Salas's style, and he's he's a good pad man. He's a good coach. So the training camp's gone well, and I think it's good. So then I can. So when the things finally loosen up, then maybe I can go back to Vegas with and be ready. Just continuing what I've been learning and improving upon.
What's the tactics on Saturday, Michael? How are you going to win this? Please.
Yeah. About the tactics, we have some plans, and we did tactics plans for the fight on Saturday. I want to go into the details, but I will say that we have a good fight, and it will be for every boxing fans and peoples. There are 2 good boxing skills fighters. They will meet us on Saturday, and they will see a good fight.
And we're going to see a German win?
Of course.
Of course. Really? What's your secret?
But I will say something. Yeah, I will say Joe is a good and respectful man when we meet here, and he's a fighter as I respect, because I met very big guys in the business, and they are always with respect. They handle you with respect, and if you're both fighters and you know you're fighters, you go into the ring and give the people a good show. Yeah, but outside of the ring, we can shake the hands and say, okay, good man.
Final word, Frank. Looking forward to this one.
Well, I am. As I said to you, I think we were talking earlier, I don't get nervous about shows. The show's a show and you get on with it, but I don't want to see this big fight upset. And Michael and Eric are here to upset it, or try and upset it. So that I'm probably more nervous than anybody. I want to see Joe come through. I want to see Daniel come through on the 29th. I don't want to see any upsets. We've got a big show in our heads, for October. But these guys are coming to fight. You look at them, they're fit. They're not big old lumps out of weight. They're fit guys. They've been training hard, and they're here because they fancy their job. Very respected promoter and manager from Germany here, and he doesn't have rubbish fighters. He's involved in really good quality fighters. These guys are here because they fancy the job. Joe knows he's got a fight in his hand. Daniel knows he's got a fight in his hands, and that's good for the fans.
Absolutely, and the show will be on BT Sports on Saturday night. Looking forward to that one. The team going to be producing this behind closed doors. Let's hope that it is an entertaining scrap. And thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Joyce. Thanks, John.
We will be talking to Daniel and Joe together in a moment or two, and of course the lads here will be available for one-on-one interviews.